funnily enough, people had heard of Mochi ice cream. And most everyone continues to believe that Mochi ice cream is Japanese. The reality is it was invented in Los Angeles. It was invented in Los Angeles in 1992. So, and it was the company we bought. So what you have is a hybrid of cultures, something uniquely American, but inspired by this wonderful, what we deem pillowy rice dough wrapped around premium ice cream. And so what we found was that we had about a 20-year history of people trying Mochi ice cream because it was available in specialty arenas and Trader Joe's and the like. But it wasn't accessible at the mass level. And so for us, the first order of business was, how do you take a perceived niche item and bring it to the masses? And so we dissected the brand, and we took a look at what we had and all the wonderful pieces we had, and all the things that were baggage. And as I mentioned before, I like to break things, so I look for conflict in brand. And conflict is where emotion resides. And for us, the only conflict we could find was dough or ice cream. Well, dough and ice cream is effing amazing. But it's also really weird. Really weird. So this idea of keep the weird was super important for us. This idea of chewing your ice cream. This snackability that ice cream products don't have. We lovingly say the stick is dead. And so what we did is we kept the weird, and then we looked at all the inherent pieces that were right. So being uniquely American, I didn't grow up with yuzu and black bean or black sesame and the like, but I did grow up with vanilla chocolate and strawberry. And if I have to stretch to exotic, I get mango and I get green tea. So that was our high watermark. Then it was about pronunciation. And we bought a company called Mikawaya or Mikawaya or any one of 37 iterations that people pronounced it with. And it was a challenge, and that was inhibiting our ability to make it easy and simple. And so we renamed our company Mimo, two simple pieces, My Mochi, and we ran off. The third piece that was important for us was understanding what was happening in the food space. And I go back to food is joy. And when we bought the company, there was a lot of things being done with the negative space. And so Kashi, for example, was putting everything on a white background and treating everything very haloed and very special and not touchable. And what we said was that's exactly the opposite. We have beautiful doughy mochi balls and we want your hands on them. And we want you to put them in your mouth. So we leaned into color and the experience. And then lastly, what we did is when we finally got to retail, obviously we're in the frozen aisle, but it's important, as Michelle said, when you talk about ensuring that people can experience it. And for us, it was about the second bite. The first bite is this is really effing weird. The second bite is where have you been all my life? We created these mochi ice cream bars that we have in about 3,500 locations around the country. And they're in Kroger and Safeway and major retailers. And what happens was people would come in and they'd see these in the grab-and-go section of their favorite retailer. And the first thing they did was not open up the cabinet to grab one or two or three. They took out their phones. And they're so excited because mochi ice cream's available to me now. And they took photos, they take video, they share it, and then they go in and grab it. And that's been sort of the secret to our success.